Hey everybody, Costal Truth here yet again. I know I said I was going to do a video with me with my mask on and everything else, but haven't had a chance to, so this is the best I got. Anyway, let's see. Big news coming out, actually a couple of big things coming out, is Activision basically getting rid of the Guitar Hero IP, pretty much saying that it's on hiatus for now. I don't know what your thoughts are about that. You know, they were fun games to play as far as Guitar Hero and so on, but yeah, they claim, or Activision pretty much dumped it. Bobby Kotick doing another power play. And say what you will about Guitar Hero, they oversaturated the market for a while, and it makes it seem like it was a phase that basically ended its course. You know, some people say that Rock Band was and is a lot better, but you know, you got to have some respect for Guitar Hero, because if it wasn't for them and how well they did on the home console market, there would be no Rock Band, or Rock Band would be there, but it wouldn't be quite as popular as what it was. Now, another problem with this too is that the next True Crime, they have True Crime New York, True Crime Streets of LA, the next one's going to be True Crime Beijing, or True Crime Hong Kong, or something like that. It's kind of sad. These things were bringing in money, and Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock, which was the last Guitar Hero that came out, didn't do too well. And so they took a game too, like True Crime, that was just about done, and shuttled it. They got rid of it. I don't know, I'm really beginning to think that Activision is becoming a worse company and a worse thing to their fans than Microsoft, for those of you who hate Microsoft, because they were still making money on Guitar Hero, at least from what I can remember reading. I could be wrong on that, so if I'm wrong, please correct me. Now, I don't know. This is going to be Bobby Kotick saying the power play, and let's face it, the dude's a complete douchebag. I mean, this is a guy that was trying to implement a subscription-based service for Call of Duty. Now, once again, say what you will about Call of Duty releasing one every year, it's going to end up possibly being the same as with Guitar Hero. By releasing every year, not really improving on anything, although I did enjoy Black Ops. Call of Duty may be falling to the wayside here within about the next year or two. I would not be surprised. Especially if the next Call of Duty, which is Modern Warfare 3, which is apparently slated to come out, guess what? Chances are they're going to stop that in the next year or two. I wouldn't be surprised. Now, one other thing I wanted to get to real quick, because I don't want to make this too long of a video, and I know every time I say that, it ends up being longer than what I anticipated. Killzone 3, which is on the horizon. It releases on February 22nd. Today's what, the 10th? So you got about just under 2 weeks until it's released. Now, I don't know how many of you people out there go to the website n4g.com, but it doesn't seem as bad as when Killzone 2 came out, but there's a lot of issues with the fanboys in Killzone 3, especially because it's not rating as high as Killzone 2. I mean, even X-Play gave it a 4 out of 5 instead of a 5 out of 5. Now, a lot of people that read the reviews and then seeing the scores, they're saying, oh my god, you know, their scores aren't consistent, or the review isn't consistent with the score that's finally given. And the main thing that's killing it is the single-player campaign, where multiplayer seems like it's scoring 9s, possibly 10s. Single-player is dragging it down quite a bit. Now, I know a lot of you are saying that, well, you know, I only do Killzone for the multiplayer, but old-school people like me actually like the single-player and was hoping for a better story than Part 1. And there's one thing that's always been a little bit of a problem I had with Killzone 2, and now going into Killzone 3, that always kind of didn't make sense. I want to see if any of you could possibly figure out what it is. And that's that, going back to Killzone 1, which I never played because it was on the PS2 and I never owned a PS2, is you have the Helghast invading Vecta, which is basically Earth, essentially. And they're having to wear these survival suits, essentially, because they can't breathe the atmosphere on Vecta, because they grew up in an environment on Helghan where there's like a lot of sulfur and a lot of other things that pop up that they got used to breathing, and so they have to wear the masks and all when they invaded Vecta in Killzone 1. That being said, why on earth do the Helghast, especially the grunts, as you will, have to wear the particular mask and the tubes and all that basically means that they're trying to breathe their own atmosphere? As you can see from Scholar Vasari and some of the other guys that appear to be in Killzone 3, like the guy who seems like he's voiced by Malcolm McDowell, why is it these higher end people have no problem breathing, but yet the regular troops are still wearing the masks? Never quite understood that. Also add into the fact that it's a hostile environment, not necessarily a lot of oxygen, but the ISA, at least I think it's ISA, if I'm wrong, please correct me, they go around with nothing whatsoever. No protective gear, nothing to help them breathe. So it kind of seems a little contradictory, if you will, that, yeah, the ISA running around, being able to breathe and all with no problem, but yet you have the Helghast who are still wearing their masks, their breathing masks, in an environment that they grew up in and should be able to breathe with no problem. Now, you could go and say that it's just part of their outfit, part of their military uniform, and I guess that could be part of it, but, it just seems like a minor hole. Can't say much about Killzone 3 because I haven't played the beta, and I'm not going to be able to get the game right away because, as many of you may or may not know, my PS3 took a dump quite a few months ago, and, well, no, it didn't take a dump. I had to end up actually selling it. I was having some problems with it. But, of course, back in 2009, I bought the thing over eBay for $200, so I wouldn't be surprised if it yellow lighted to death on somebody who bought it. And if that's the case, I apologize, but it worked when I sent it out to you. So give me your thoughts. Killzone 3, yes, graphically it looks great, but is there enough of a difference on Killzone 3 to make it better than Killzone 2? Now, once again, a lot of people are knocking it on its story, and that's one thing that may turn me off from the game because I'm a story person. Now, Killzone 2 didn't have the best story. I mean, you're basically there invading